What up, big time gang? I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. Not just playing. The Island Watch. This is an Islander inside of here. My first time ever laying eyes on this watch. Now, granted, I have opened it. My first time laying eyes on it was when I received this one. And this is a fellow YouTuber named Mark. This is his company. They sell watches on the site, and they have their own watch. Mark has his own brand, which is the Islander or the Island Watch. And the one I have in this box is ISL-18. We'll open it right after the intro. So, ISL-18. I think this is like the most purchased or the most recognized, because this picture is actually like on the cover. When you go into Island Watches, you'll see this watch, and this is the first one that I wanted to check out because it called my name. There's just something about it that was like, yep. The blue is a nice deep blue. Crown at the 4, which is a feature that I love. Now, the big time gang knows Tommy Big Time rocks huge watches. This would be considered a larger watch for, you know, the TGVs and the folks of that nature that prefer like 38 and 40. This one is actually measured at 43 millimeters. But this is a beauty of a watch. Screw down crown, unidirectional bezel, sapphire crystal, milled clasp with 3 micro adjustments, solid end links, nicely done case side, where it's kind of got that bubbly finish to it or shape to it. Drilled lugs, so easy to do, a swap for a strap to a bracelet or a bracelet to a strap. Mark thought of everything when designing this watch, and watching the Urban Gentry is what turned me on to this watch and Mark. And I went and subscribed to Mark. I hit up his Instagram, and I started paying closer attention. And I really was like, okay, I'm starting to branch out. I'm starting to move into traditional size watches and not such large watches anymore. Now, granted, I'm still keeping my big watches. I'm not getting rid of all my gigantic watches that I have. But I wanted something at a good price point that I could kind of get comfortable with. You know, I've done the Christopher Ward already, and that's a 42 millimeter. I thought this 43 would be a nice adjustment. Now, this has the NH36, the SII NH36 24 jewel automatic day-date Japanese movement. And I love this movement. You've heard me say that before. When it comes to the other brands, I love this movement because the dial just looks great. It's a simple 3-hand movement, but you got that day-date function. He didn't put a Cyclops, which I love. The Cyclops drives me crazy. I'm so glad that's not there. But you got that nice clean day-date. You've got that sunray blue. Just a beautiful dial. And this is actually a ceramic bezel insert. And there's just so many features about this watch. It's a win. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it when I got it. By looks, I liked it. But, you know, having it in your hand and on your wrist is what really tells the tale. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it when I actually got the watch, because it's I'm getting out of my comfort zone of what I'm used to. And I received the watch, and I instantly knew I made a good decision, and I like the watch a lot. Now, sapphire crystal is a plus. I mean, a lot of the watches that I've collected in the past are mineral crystal, or they have their own little brand or switch on it. Milled clasp, a lot of us collectors, we want that milled clasp where they put the extra effort in to make the clasp more substantial and not just a stamped. It has that. Now it does have a solid case back. I don't need an exhibition case window. You know, it's always nice to see it. But 200 meters water resistance, Sapphire Island watch, the Islander, and this is number 18. So on the website, if you're looking for this particular model, it is ISL-18. You know, the water resistance is great. It's a screw down crown, like I said. Love that the crown is at the 4. That's something I think a lot more watchmakers should do. Is it just makes it more wearable. It's not as in your face on your hand, especially when you wear your watch loose like I do. It just makes it more comfortable to wear, and that's always a plus. A lot of craftsmanship and time went into this, and this is a USA company, family owned, which, you know, I'm proud to support. Now, obviously, this is a Japanese movement, but I just watched a video that Mark had done just a couple days ago, where he was here in Arizona in Fountain Hills, and he's working with a watch company that's doing a quartz watch right now, a quartz movement for the Islander watches, and then they're going to be doing an automatic here, and hopefully in the future. I really hope they do a date feature, but it's going to be a completely American-made watch, which will be super awesome. Now, this watch is compatible with the Seiko SKX. So Mark also sells, or let's say Long Island Watches also sells the inserts, the hands, I think even different dials, bracelets, all that stuff for this watch that you can mod your Seiko SKX or this. Parts are interchangeable, which is another awesome feature. So if I wanted to switch this bezel insert to black, I could do that. If I wanted to do a blue, I could do that. I think that's super, super awesome that he thought on that level to offer way more features than the SKX offers, but still make the watch affordable, but you can mod it with the parts from the SKX. So that's another feature that if you're, you know, into modding your watches, which shout out to the homie Simicom Reviews. I know that he's into modding his watches. This would be right up his alley, because he could get a Seiko SKX bezel in a different color and mod the watch. That's super cool. I love that about this watch as well. So the watches is great. Now it's entry level. You know, you're not paying top dollar. You're not paying thousands. This one on the site is $329. You've got that really cool logo that is the Island watch. And I like it because it keeps the dial nice and clean. So it's just the logo, and then you got the automatic 200 meters, and that's it besides the date. Very clean. Instead of having Island watch written out on there, you just have the logo that represents the company. I really like that. Nice, clean dial. The double domed sapphire crystal. You can see that there. Very nice. Everything about it is just, it's a nice watch. Listen to those clicks. Nice unidirectional bezel. Not as crisp as it could be, but for the price point, excellent. But just overall, I'm very satisfied with it. And I actually have another one coming. That's how much I like this watch. So 22 millimeter lug width. And then I believe this is 46 millimeters lug to lug. So 43 millimeter case diameter, 46 millimeter lug to lug, which is from here to here. So it wears very nice. Then you've got the 22 millimeter lug width. So you need like a 22 millimeter bracelet or a strap if you want to do a conversion or a swap. And then this is 14 millimeters thick from top of the double dome crystal to the bottom of the case back. So for me, perfect dimensions, not too large, not too small. I dig it. Like I said, this is a keeper. It's not going anywhere. I got it not knowing whether I like it or not. And I 100% am on par. Love the watch. Shout out to Island Watches. They've been great to work with. I appreciate you guys. You know, Ryan, props to you, brother. I've got nothing but open arms as I approach the company, which is amazing for me. So I highly recommend you guys go and check this watch brand out if you haven't heard of it. I know the Big Time gang, we're into our large 50 millimeter pieces. You will not be disappointed with this watch. For the price point, it is great. $329 gets you sapphire crystal ceramic bezel, 200 meter water resistance, solid end links, drilled lugs, milled clasp, automatic day date movement. Yeah, like you can tell, I'm satisfied. This is genuine. I'm not getting paid by Island Watches. This is my honest to God opinion. And I think a lot of the collectors that are into the entry level price range watches will tell you the same. This watch is worth every penny. You will be satisfied. So let's put it on my wrist. Now I have an 8.5 inch wrist, and that's why I've always been into larger watches, because I've always felt that the smaller ones, you know, just look too small. Look at how that looks on me. Not bad at all. Look at that. It's perfect. Now I won't go any smaller than 42 as of right now. 42 is my limit, but this is actually 43, and I think it fits great. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to drop the hashtag Big Time Gang. But the taper on the bracelet is perfect. The watch is just excellent for what it is. Now, you can't compare this to something, you know, for $5,000, $10,000. This is an entry-level diver. That's what this is. But it's amazing. And I'm an entry-level type of person. I don't got that big money. So this is right up my alley. So, with that being said, smash that subscribe button, turn the bell notification to all. If you want a link to Island Watches, it will be in the description. Have a great day, and enjoy the photos coming up. God bless.